Hey, got Drewz Viewz here, back for Peaky fucking Blinders. Today I'm up to react to Season 4, Episode 4. So only two left after this one. I'm getting toward the end of the series, what's out so far. I did get confirmation that there is Season 5 coming at some point. They are signed on for it. I think even more than that possibly, but it seems like the way the show is filmed or whatever, written, I don't know, produced, that it could take some years in between these seasons and whatnot. But anyway, last time on, well, it ended with Polly getting in touch with, having a little tete-a-tete with Adrian Brody, the, what's his name, Changretti, who has the vendetta against the Shelbys. It seems like she wants to sell Tommy out and save the rest of the family. I don't know if she's really doing this or is this some ploy of Tommy's, but they set up enough stuff that it could be true. I mean, especially the stuff with Michael, who's still in the hospital. His adopted mom saw him last week. She wasn't happy about that. She wants to go to Australia, I guess, or whatever. But I don't think that Shangretti is going to go along with, or should trust her in the first place, and wants to spare the other people anyway. So I don't know if that's actually going to do anything, but we shall see. Tommy, as usual, has stuff coming at him from all sides. He had some plan for Lizzie to do something at the end of last episode. People infiltrating his factory with the Communist Party or whatever, or the Italians sneaking in as pretending to be communist, I guess. He had a whole big scene with the Union Party leader, the woman there. So she seems to be factoring into this season. Arthur's continual struggles. I mean, Linda at least got him last time with the help of some other people, I guess, to relent that he doesn't have to kill Changretti himself, fire the bullet with the name on it. Or they want Abraham or Gold to do it, to do the dirty work. So maybe he'll be back in this episode. He wasn't in the last one there. Yeah, what else is going on? I mean, Ada still has problems in multiple directions as well, from the government and because of the vendetta. The other episode, what's her name, May, came back as well for a scene. She didn't see Tommy, but I'm assuming she'll factor in at some point in the season as well.
Boat rather than a cab from the station wasn't purely for your own amusement.
That actress that plays May, I also found out, is married to Tom Hardy. Will we see him again this season, or for the first time this season here? Usually it gets spoiled in the credits when I see the actors' names come up, so perhaps I'll find out soon. I'm trying to remember if there's any big things that happened last time, but can't think of it, so I'm gonna go right ahead and jump on into the episode. Who's this? Oh, is this the mother of the boy Arthur killed that they mentioned last time? She was gonna flip on the Shelbys as well.
A gesture. I thought I would invite your brother.
It's a trap for Arthur, I guess, probably. I don't know why he would go to that, though. I wonder if this is the same actress. She seemed a lot older in the other season. But I guess I don't remember too well. Specific times. That's how Tommy figured out the cook thing in the first episode. When they want them to be somewhere in a specific time, it's sketchy.
57 Artillery Square.
Alright, obviously he does know something's going on.
Target, aye, Arthur?
Yeah, right.
Still know what end the bullets come out of, Tom.
Look alive, soldier.
Alright, does Changretti have some alternative plan here? Or is he gonna get foiled? She certainly doesn't seem to be keeping it together so well.
I'm glad you could come.
Thank you for the invitation.
Didn't she say this was supposed to be like a party or something? Shouldn't there be more people there?
Oh, where are these other guests?
They will be here very soon.
Forgiveness is out of my hands.
I don't think I ever will.
Why am I here, Mrs. Ross?
fucking decoy! Bring the car out now!
Chang'e had another plan. Figured that would be obvious to them what was going on, so they're gonna try to kill Michael now or something. Can Michael escape
They're not here for you.
death
It must be
twice?
Michael.
If your faith is real, I've got all the kids.
Well, seeking revenge doesn't usually work out well, lady.
Last time my man was out for you, we got lucky.
Or they just didn't finish the job for some reason. They're just gonna keep him alive for whatever reason. Maybe he did make a deal with Polly for real.
Tell your mother. You have a deal.
Was he gonna go along with that though? Isn't he just gonna tell Tommy? Even if he doesn't, he'll know he's not dead. He'll be suspicious of something.
They heard you coming. Look at the gun misfired. They ran away. Johnny!
He's not buying it. Especially if he knew Chang'e was actually there, which I guess he doesn't, but... It's Abraham coming in.
Che cosa?
Sembra che ci sia un ostacolo, signor Giangretta.
Americans. They here on business.
Well, you're gonna have to wait. We waited for you fucking Yanks until 1918.
Thank you, officer. Thank fucking hell. I mean, just a tissue.
The war, dummy.
Talking about the war. Everything is about the war.
He doesn't sense a trap here, though?
Tribe of fucking gypsies.
Well, I guess the cop's not in on it, then.
Let's go. Come on, fucking move.
He's dead already.
Put the guns down!
Sorry, you cop, you need to leave. Yeah.
What deal did you make with Luca Changretta?
A deal to spare your life. Men are less good at keeping secrets out of their eyes.
Some tough talk from you, Polly, considering you've been dropping secrets the past couple of seasons.
We're out of our league. If it wasn't for me, you'd be smoke blowing out of a mortuary chimney. Think about that.
We killed two.
You didn't get the big boy, though.
The cop was alive. Got a description of the I-talians.
What's the logic to that?
You let him get away. When our paths cross, I won't be so careless.
You mean when they cross the second time, you won't be so careless. Is that May?
Morning, Lady Carton.
I'm not a lady.
To your right, Shadows.
Did you think of a name?
Yes. Dangerous.
Yeah, that was the name of the episode, I think. I keep forgetting they have episode titles now.
It doesn't seem to change you. Nothing seems to change you.
The war did.
Not sure about them.
All right, Lizzie, thank you.
But you know, sometimes he sees something glamorous and expensive. Just can't resist it. He's so weak.
Speaking of the Grace Shelby Foundation, I'd like to make a donation. I leave it blank. You can decide how much, Mr. Shelby.
Yeah, you can't go toe-to-toe with her, Lizzie.
You can pop to the bank and pay it in for me.
Drink?
No, thank you.
She likes mixers, if I recall. He doesn't have any.
Anytime we can reach you, son. You just tell us where and when. And we'll do the rest.
Fucking.
Fucking what?
Fucking her.
£10,000.
She left it blank, so I filled it in for her.
She could afford it.
We haven't done my leaves in ages.
Haven't done anyone's leaves for ages. Think about the man you love.
Fuck him.
Does she actually love Tommy, though? I mean,
Now, read my future and make it fucking good.
Make sure he keeps it free. Stop drinking whiskey. Switch to stout.
Why?
you're pregnant.
About that baby in your tea leaves.
Well, she really could be. The gold boy, I guess.
Look like I'm gonna say no to you boys. I've never seen a raw boy so ready.
What do you see across the campus, eh?
I see myself. 40 years old, having done fuck all except tramping the lanes. See my life wasted.
Yeah, except they're gonna want him to take dabs and stuff, like I said in another episode. I don't see him wanting to do that. Especially on what he just said there.
He's going mad cooped up here is what he is. Like a wasp in a beer glass. You're going to take a walk along the canal. You'll also need this.
The man you're waiting for doesn't exist.
They said come the revolution, their names will be on a list. Like in Russia. Did you ever consider the possibility that the communists might win? And you and me, traitors to our class, will be put up against a wall and shot.
Consider all possibilities. I'm not a traitor to my class.
Now I'm gonna go bang this rich socialite.
Oh, nice. A little sweet.
But not sweet enough. Since the start of Prohibition, I've been sending single malt, Scotch whiskey, to Boston, to Halifax, Nova Scotia.
I didn't realize Prohibition was in Canada also.
Women, apparently, prefer gin. I need to get my recipe right.
You aren't like any man I've ever met.
And the gin.
Too sweet. You book a taxi, I'll go.
I'm sweet, son. How does Shelby round here will keep them in order?
I wouldn't have been able to pull that trigger. I know I wouldn't. They would have just walked past.
In the end, it's God who pulls that fucking trigger anyway.
I thought there was a strike.
Gave me that idea.
My God.
Tightening our belts must be met with resolute certainty.
Ada's showing up here, even though I'm sure it was on Tommy's order. Isn't gonna help her situation with the government being against her, which it's unclear if she knows about.
Of a settlement proposition that my brother's too arrogant and proud to offer you in person.
Sorry, ladies, we don't.
Don't what? Next time, make sure you have ice. There's more than one way to achieve equality.
Can be related to gangsters and threaten people.
Not impressed with your power to terrify people. And for something very unusual, but very typical of my brother. What does he want? To sit down with you and talk. Beneath it all, my brother's a very rational man.
Beneath all what? You mean beneath the beatings, the cuttings, the shootings, the murders?
Yeah, beneath all that.
Oh, there he is. I didn't notice his name in the credits this time. Wasn't paying attention, I guess. Good God. Oh, alright, I thought it was... That was just how tall he was. You gotta flare that son of a bitch.
This must be Goliath.
Oh, he's gonna be a boxer.
Gin, right, it leads to the melancholy, whereas rum incites violence. Right, it also allows you to be liberated from the self-doubt.
Interesting theory.
You just cannot wash it out, right, because it come out your mother's tits. The Americans want it sweeter.
Well, the real question is, Alfie, which side are you playing for, eh?
What kind of world is it to bring up children when your own mate can ask you that question, eh?
Yeah, the fucking mafia, Alfie. They've come here. Can't believe our coppers are unarmed. They can distill their liquor.
Wonder if he actually believes that, or he's just telling Solomons to persuade him.
Tommy, when a pikey walks in with hair like that, you've got to ask yourself, have I made a mistake? He is of mixed religion, therefore he is godless. He was adopted by Satan himself. Any man that you put before him, right, it'd be like entering a fucking threshing machine, mate.
Name the day, Mr. Shelby.
Is this that Friday?
Just me. Why?
No reason.
No reason.
Tomo.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend.
Not gonna tell him, huh? Uh-oh. So it evidently is that day. I guess that's why she looked at that was signified by Lizzie looking at the calendar there. Oh boy. Alright, so it would appear by all accounts that Polly really did flip on Tommy here and wants him dead, or at least, you know, is willing to have him dead to save her and her son and all that. Obviously, Tommy's not gonna die next episode. It wouldn't really make. That's the one thing about this. If they try to set up a cliffhanger or something, like, it's more about how is he gonna get out of it, rather than is he actually gonna die. I just know that he's not. But yeah, who knows how he will, or will someone else die? Will another major character die? I do think Tommy's the only one that I would consider completely plot safe or a complete plot armor. I mean, I was pretty sure Michael wasn't gonna die this time either, around when Luca had the gun to his head and all that, but Michael's in a tough spot there because obviously he wants to tell Tommy, but it would just make things really bad for his mom, who he still cares about more, I guess. Maybe Polly will die, but by the end of the season, and there's 2 episodes left, certainly there's going to be no forgiveness for her if Tommy finds out what really went down. I mean, it does seem like even in his eyes and stuff, like, and with the talk of Michael at the end there, I feel like he knows something's up. And even just having like that star in the calendar, all that stuff, like, that's got to be kind of sketchy. I don't know. Still a small chance it could be Polly and Tommy could be in on it, but and just not telling Michael, obviously. But I don't know. It's a little iffy. I don't think so. The way Polly was acting when she got the call from him, and then when the tea leaves, all that stuff, does seem like she really was scared about it or whatever. The tea leaves saying Lizzie, I think the implication was that she's pregnant. And obviously, I don't really believe tea leaves are real or whatever, but she really could be. I mean, they're setting up a thing with her. She really does seem to love Tommy, I guess. I mentioned in the last reaction what they're seeing. Like, he definitely just uses her for like emotional purposes or any purposes he needs, really. But I mean, it would be kind of fitting for them to be together, I think. But I'm kind of glad May didn't actually, sleep with him this episode. There's a little more dignity, even though she's still clearly intrigued by him. And the whole thing with the gin and whatever, glad they brought Solomon's back for that. I mean, I guess it's tied into this boxing thing, but he's always good for some comedy there. But yeah, back to the May stuff, Lizzie stuff. May is cool. I like her as a character. Obviously, she has the means to kind of do what she wants, but she's intrigued by Tommy in that world. But she's like pretty cool and collected and all that type of stuff. And yeah, Lizzie getting in a spat with her, something isn't going to turn out well for Lizzie. But it's kind of interesting where all these stories are going. I mean, they have this now. I like the scene with Ada and Edens too. Apparently Tommy's gonna go dinner with her now. I don't necessarily know why Edens will go do that, but I'm assuming she will since they set it up. So who knows now? Maybe Tommy's gonna try to get with her too or something, if he lives. Which like I said, I know he's going to. But yeah, Ada was. I liked her performance a lot there, in that scene at the bar and whatever. But yeah, I mean, it is just intimidation for the Shelbys. She really did change sides completely at this point, away from the communist way. Even though Tommy's kind of, what she was saying, Tommy's hedging his bets about it. But I do think like the conversation Tommy had with his foreman or whatever the guy who runs the factory is, like, he does consider himself still not like separated from the class, like still just a working man, whatever, at the end of the day. So I can see, and we're getting some little things about his past and whatever, I can see he might not be completely against like the communist way or the workers' way and all this stuff, even though he is the man now. I mean, I don't know if there's something historical we can point. I just don't know enough about Britain's history to know whether, I mean, I know there's somewhat socialist now, right? So I don't know if this is something that changed around this time period and the socialist or communist parties, whatever it is, did get a lot of things changed. I'm assuming that did happen, but I don't know exactly what time period, if there's something they're historically pointing to right now. And I like the scene, the little scene with the cop talking to Shangretti when and then Shangretti says, yeah, everything here is about the war. That's true on the show, and it's obviously true for the time period. And with the American perspective, is a little bit different. it seemed like kind of an obvious trap there. I would think Cangretti would realize with the road being blocked off and all that, but even though Gold worked shooting the cop in the arm into his plan somewhat, like he explained it makes sense, but ultimately it would have been better not to even have that cop. I mean, maybe they couldn't control that, but the cop obviously said something about gypsies, which is what tipped Cangretti off then, and he got away. And then there was the whole first part of the episode was the setup. It was a diversion, sending Arthur there. Was it ultimately worth it? I mean, it's just so he could tell Polly he's working with her then, threaten Michael and all that. I mean, I still think they would have wanted to kill someone, but I guess maybe they are just gonna, I guess if they're gonna go along with Polly's plan, it is just Tommy's gonna die, not Arthur or anyone else. Yeah, I feel bad for the mom whose son Arthur killed, and she's trying to get the revenge now, but I'm glad he didn't kill her also, but that was not a smart thing to do at all, obviously. And like I said in the reaction, going for revenge just doesn't usually work out well for people, so. Oh, and apparently Finn gets that nice new apartment now. Sweet. I don't know what's gonna happen exactly next time. Assume Tommy gets out somehow. The biggest question is if he finds out Polly's involvement or not, and what's gonna go down with that. But yeah, I'll be jumping into that one next time for my Peaky fucking Blinders reactions for season 4, episode 5. Only 2 episodes left now. Please do join me back for that one. Subscribe if you like these videos. Leave me a comment, do whatever you like. And until next time, I'm out of here. Peace.
But not tonight, it would seem.